I'm Laura's View in Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Thursday, February 8th, 2024. Well, in this video, we're going to take a look at the upcoming departure of Ronna McDaniel from the Republican National Committee chair position. She is the chair that has had the longest tenure in the party's history. And she has announced, or it's been announced, at first she countered the claim that she would be leaving later this month after the South Carolina primary. So I'm going to take you to a compilation that has a few items of information about this upcoming resignation, departure, however you want to phrase it. And then we're going to take a look with the cards and see if there's a little more to the story. All right, if you like my compilation, you want to look at it, either just note the places I cite as I go through it, or you can click on the Facebook link that'll be in the video description box and check it out yourself. Okay, here we go to the compilation. Okay, now this is not me. This is circulating on alt media, which frequently shows up when someone who has not been extremely patriotic or good for humanity, one or the other, is on the way out. Now, 2 days ago, Fox News announced that she being Ronna McDaniel, was going to step down. In that article, she does not confirm that and kind of refutes it. 1 day ago, it's more official, okay? And then today, Fox News is showing that Trump is going to recommend a certain, let's see, Chair Whatley. Now, there is a groundswell movement to have someone named Scott Pressler take that position. Might be interesting if that works out. That might be a future video. We'll see. I think right now Mr. T is not trying to rock the boat too much, although the boat does need some rocking. So let's go back to the compilation and I'll show you a couple other things because I found some commentary on the platform known as X that I thought was really good. Okay, Benny Johnson had this to say about the situation. Never in the history of American politics has a 100% grassroots movement claimed a scalp so powerful and entrenched. Ronna was never going to leave, so we decided to make it impossible for her to stay. Welcome to the kinetic influence era. This is the start of a new paradigm, a tectonic shift in energy, delivering the Republican Party back to the voters, the country back to the people, liberating institutions from decay. For too long, the RNC has been a slush fund for entitled country club weaklings who despise the Republican base because the GOP base was everything they were not: hardworking, moral, virtuous, joyful, and strong. Romney, Bush, McCain, thy days are over. The only reason the Republican Party exists is to serve the needs of its voters and execute on concerns of the base. If the leadership of the party can't do that, the RNC should cease to exist. Time to build a Republican Party from the ground up. Here's to an RNC that puts America first. I thought that was an excellent commentary. I am not a party politic fan. I think the parties need to go away, but definitely, if not, both parties need to be rebuilt from the ground up. I would very much agree with that. That's Laura's view that you can take to the bank. And then this didn't have any graphics with it, but it was pretty powerful. From Jack Pozo. Just in, the main thing Ronna is worried about is a deep forensic audit of the RNC by whoever replaces her senior DC Republican. So she has had a lot of fun with the funds, apparently. There was even a comparison there of her pre-plastic surgery and post saying, well, we know what she spent some of the money on. Okay, so here's what I'd like to do is just ask the universe for insights and information about the upcoming departure from the official position within the Republican Party of Ronna McDaniel. So we're going to let the universe decide if it wants to discuss her character, possibly changes that have happened, or allegiances that weren't quite true and honest or that have flipped. Let's see what the universe wants us to know, because I think it's an interesting question. Regardless, someone that was deeply entrenched in the power base of the Republican Party that didn't want to make this step even 2 days ago is getting pushed towards that by popular opinion. And that popular opinion is the base of the Republican Party that, as was said in that tweet I shared, is hardworking, is moral, is joyful, and is everything that the DNC upper levels are not. I'm going to let you watch me work with the cards, and we'll find out what the universe wants us to know about Ronna McDaniel in a professional capacity. I don't need to know about her private life, unless her professional capacity has funded that excessively. So we're going to let the universe decide what we need to know about her politics, her professional behavior, etc. 1 second. I'll switch the camera and we'll give that a go. Insights and information about Republican National Committee Chair Ronna McDaniel, her departure, just professional considerations and information that may have been veiled and obscured, or at least not put in the public, but it's good to know. You know, this is odd, but I felt like this wasn't really that interesting a topic to me, as I said, since I'm not a party politics person, but I felt like the cards really wanted to tell us something. So let's see, was my intuitive nudge correct? Or are they going to laugh at me? Okay, oh, the Tower. And the Six of Swords. The Four of Pentacles. The 10 of Cups. Good mood for the party, I can tell you that. Queen of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. The Star. 17th major arcana. Often a card I associate with that special team 17. Okay, so the Tower. You notice how the Tower is showing up more and more often in my reads, no matter how much I cleanse the deck and work with it. Okay, this was her Tower moment. She is leaving, and it's going to signal a good thing for the Republican Party. There is going to be some energizing, some new energy, a better, more people-centered focus to the party. So that's fabulous to see. So we're getting a little more about that this is her personal Tower moment, but it's a good thing overall for others. Now, in the past, she has had resources at her disposal that she has been, I'm not seeing a lot of shenanigans-based activity with the finances here, because this is talking about being kind of careful with them. So this is within the scope of the fact that there is so many millions, if not billions, that go in and through the Republican Party. Okay, so I'm not seeing some shenanigans that was financial based here, although she did enjoy the lucrative position and what have you that came with her power. This again, as I said, is going to be a good thing for the Republican Party. It is going to become more people-centered. And the Queen of Pentacles kind of gives us a nod. We're looking at the near future with these three cards. Queen of Pentacles is talking about security. So again, good move for the Republican Party. There's nothing to mourn with her departure from that official position. There's a sovereignty card showing up here. Again, the Republican Party is going to be much stronger as a result of this. So she may have actually been undermining some efforts and what have you, and seeming to work hard for cause A, B, or C, but could have actually, in fact, done much more. The Star card is a card of success, and it's a beautiful card. There's just no other way to read this, but it's pure, beautiful energy. So again, while it's not a good moment for Miss McDaniel, it's a good thing for the Republican Party. Let's get a couple more cards. Ace of Swords. There was no yes or no element to my questions, so it's not hard. Yes, we're going to look at some more traditional meanings for the Ace of Swords. And with lots of swords coming in here. Now, swords are the suit that talks about written and spoken words and contracts. Okay, so we've got lots of swords showing up here. I'm going to get two more. Ooh, the Chariot. Another ace, Ace of Cups. Okay, more traditional meaning for the Ace of Swords is going to be that of a victory, a success. So her departure is a success for the party, as I said. It is going to be a transformative, it's not going to be obviously transformative, but it is going to, as was said in that tweet, it is transformative because the people are sincere about rebuilding that party from the ground up. They're going to be successful at it. Absolutely. So this groundswell movement of the base saying, if you don't listen to us, you're out, is going to continue in a very beautiful way. And there's going to be some lots of moving and shaking within the Republican Party and changes for party structure overall until we have a huge shift and change in our world where party politics are no longer relevant. While they are, these changes are going to be powerful, absolutely powerful. So let's recap. We were looking at the upcoming departure of Ronna McDaniel from her position for the Republican National Committee. And that vacancy is eagerly anticipated by many people. And there is, the interesting thing about this departure is that it was kind of a grassroots push. And the base of the Republican Party is starting to realize that they do need to push, that they need to advocate for what they want and for changes in their party. I would hope that eventually there'll be a similar groundswell movement from the hardworking base of the Democratic Party too, because when you get down to the ordinary citizens that work hard, pay taxes, and are contributing to society, there's really not that much difference in their values till you get to the fringe or those that have self-appointed themselves to be the upper crust of the party structure. Then you get into the crazy politics. Well, this departure is a tower moment for Miss Daniel. Bye-bye. So sad. Too bad. Because it heralds everything good for the Republican Party. Okay, they're going to be going to a much better people-centered place in both their focus and in listening to their base and responding to the needs and concerns of their base. And that's fabulous. We don't need a bunch of old men deciding and have no grounding in reality anymore in their lives because they're so privileged and so affluent. And again, good thing for the Republican Party. It's going to be, again, it's going to be more family-centered, more people-centered, and needs-based representation. It was interesting. We got a couple of aces here. Again, everything confirmed that while this is a tower moment for Miss McDaniel, it is going to be a very good thing for the Republican Party. And I will repeat again, I am not a Republican. I'm not a fan of party politics. I look forward to the day when there's no such thing and much smaller representation going on for us. But while it is part of our current reality, this is an excellent move, and it is an opportunity for the base of the Republican Party to see that they do have some influence, that they do collectively have a voice that can be heard, and that if there is a call to change and to have more concern-based representation from their party, they're in a position now to get it. So good for you, Republican base, who decided, I don't care how deeply entrenched she is and how she says she's not going. She doesn't seem to be working for the good of the party and the good of the people, and it's time to make a change. So if that was you, well done. Okay, that's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and attention, and appreciate each and every one of you so much. I'm going to continue with a little afterword that has nothing to do with politics or tarot. It's geared more for people that feel like they have a connection with my channel, with me, what have you. So you're not missing anything if what the first time I say my parting words, you tune off. Love and light and everything bright to you. If you're willing to accept it, it's yours. Okay, this isn't a scolding. This isn't anything else. I had someone recently ask about my jewelry, and it's been about a year since I discussed the jewelry I wear when I do videos. So I'd like to do that. You will notice, unless I've forgotten to put it on, because I don't typically run around with a lot of jewelry on 24/7, that I usually wear this ring. and I'm left-handed, so it's on my dominant hand. And someone asked if it was a snake ring, so I'm going to take it off and hold it closer to the camera so you can see. It's just a free-form swirl, but I think it's kind of infinity-esque. Now, the diamond in it is a little vintage 1/4 carat diamond. My grandma was from Nova Scotia, and she read tea leaves and passed her intuitive gift onto me. And she passed away before she could teach me to read tea leaves myself because my mom forbid it and I was underage. So I use the tarot cards as an intuitive aid. So I don't channel. It's not a traditional type of what you've been taught tarot is used for and how it's used. I use it positively and prayerfully, and just to kind of get an intuitive nudge on whether I'm speaking in the right vein and what I'm kind of feeling. So there's that. But no snake involved, a freeform ring. Now, my grandmother, when I had this reset, my grandma was married almost 50 years, and she had a very small hand. She was a petite little thing. When she passed away, I got her wedding set. And the diamond, this was the only diamond on it. It's the only diamond my grandmother owned her entire life. So the jeweler made the decision to put it on the little swirl. I think it circles on the outside, kind of orbits, thinking that eventually I'd want to add stones here. And I think it would be disrespectful if this little diamond was good enough for my grandma for her entire life. It's good enough to be the only stone on this ring as far as I'm concerned. And then you'll notice I frequently, if not always, wear some kind of a necklace. Now, usually I do have some that are expensive, but I don't want to feel like I'm flashing, stuff around to you. So I usually make sure it's something inexpensive, costumey. And the reason why, if you look, I've got 2 separate scars here that used to be very vivid. In 2007, I had thyroid cancer, and because of the insane decisions that insurance companies make, I had to have 2 separate surgeries to deal with it. And I had 2 very vivid scars that I was very self-conscious of for several years. And so I started wearing necklaces, in part because I knew people were looking at my neck anyway. So I just kind of told myself, okay, they're looking at the necklace. And over time, as the scars faded, that is in fact what they were doing. And the other thing is because the insurance delays on things, I had a huge goiter that extended down under my collarbone, actually. And so, yeah, the neck isn't that pretty. Like I said, I decided to dress it up and just convince myself that if someone's looking at this area on me, it's because they like my necklace. So we have to play little games to get through our day sometimes, and that's the one I played. So a swirl, no snake, my grandma's diamond, the only one she ever had. Necklaces just kind of became a habit when I was trying to draw attention away from some scars I had. So there you have a little more of my personal history. If you didn't already have it, because I know probably over a year ago, I told this story before, but it was time to tell it again in case you're a newer viewer. So thank you for hanging in till the end. This is going to be the true end of this video. And I thank you for your time and your attention and just all the support and love you give to me. I very much value it, and I don't take it for granted, and I will never take advantage of it knowingly, ever. So until next time, love, light, and everything bright. Bye.